unexpected, what would you call it, an unexpected surprise? I certainly wasn't expecting to be on a ferry. The last time I was on a ferry on a boys' trip was when we were going over to Holland to buy a couple of Model A bodies. That's the last time I was on a boys' trip.
If those guys with the motorbikes had any sense about them, they would have put the bikes on my trailer.
This is very true.
Saved them.
They could have saved themselves a few quid. So do we get out and about, or are we just sitting in here?
No, yeah.
There's nothing to see here.
It's so short. These are not nice.
Right.
That's what I'm finding now.
Right, just that.
He's getting more difficult with the one that's not been fixed yet. Oof.
He's jacked his trailer on it.
Yeah.
His thing. I was wondering why he was taking it. But what's the date, was it?
So where are we now, Neil?
We're on.
Tell everybody where we are.
Where are we? I don't know. Ardgour. We've just come off the ferry.
She's got to be pretty lighthousey looking thing.
Heading for Strontium.
It's probably a coffee shop these days.
We've just passed the coffee van.
It's a wee lighthousey thing there. Look at that, no, pretty. Pretty.
So at least we're going downhill now. Downhill all the way.
Right, so when Neil buys a car, well, off grid, it's definitely off grid. So, all roads have a purpose. Is this
Well, this is forestry.
forestry road, do you think?
Yeah, that's why it's called Forestry Cottages that we're going to.
Do you think at some point this was a pass? I mean,
well,
a lot of rock's been taken out.
Wait till you see the houses. The houses are forestry houses. The wee estate. About a dozen forestry houses.
Here we go. Now that is there to remind you about your trailer.
It's still there.
It's still there. Some people think they're for cattle grids, but it's to remember you've still got a trailer. Before the days of the little light in the dashboard.
Aye, so this was Steph saying to me last night about the starter motor. You had one that you could bring a starter board, and I'm like, nah, we're not changing starter board. First of all, access, but also good chance the midges are going to get it.
Well, I've got an engine and gearbox lying in the garage, but after I had said that to Steph, I realised that it was against the wall on the starter motor side, as these things always are.
Besides, this Range Rover, if it's been unmolested, change the starter motor on the Range Rover's not such a simple thing.
Is it not? Exhaust and heat shields and things in the road.
Mostly the heat shields is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I
because
still
it'll be
remember.
corroded to hell and it'll no come off.
I think it would try the old bash, bash, bash on the sticker that says "Do not hit with a hammer." Have you noticed that on new starter motors?
Right.
You get a sticker saying "Do not hit with a hammer." Exactly on the bit that you need to hit with a hammer.
Is this not a nice wee road?
So what are we coming down to here? I'm going to keep this open because I think we're opening up, isn't it?
It just goes on and on. There's not even a wee flat bit to get a rest on the way back up.
So I finally found that these new modern mirrors that I'm always ranting about being very expensive and a piece of glass mirror doesn't lie. This means that we can now video without looking at me, looking at the mirror, looking at the view.
Oh, that's true.
Either that or I'm a vampire because I'm not appearing in that mirror.
Well,
I think my ears are popping. Ears are
I've been
popping.
meaning to tell you this for a long time, Dave, but you're a vampire.
Ghostly goings on.
Yeah, I do like a good steak right enough. Well, not that kind of steak. A medium rare steak, not a wooden steak.
Not through that.
I always laugh at that in movies. How do we kill it? With a wooden stake through the heart? Does that not kill everything? Or the silver bullet? That's for a werewolf. I'm pretty sure a silver bullet would probably kill everybody as well. I kept this video going because I thought we were opening up to a beautiful...
No, it's just trees now till we find it.
I must have been...
But what you need to put the camera on when... Well, you can switch off now, but you put the camera on...
Are we nearly there yet?
We are nearly there yet.
Ask him, Billy.
Can you see it yet? Can you see it yet?
What are we looking for?
A Range Rover.
Well, I'm looking, I can't see.
see it yet?
Oh, look!
Yeah. Oh, can you see it?
Wait, we'll get the zoom. I don't know if we're getting the zoom, but as you just drive there, by the time you get there, that'll work like a zoom. There she's poking out.
Oh, she's a thing of great beauty.
first glimpse, look, first glimpse out the window. And that's the rain on. But we can't get back far enough. We've got the whole of the Inheelings. It Neil's the way up to, obviously the boys traded it for a Freelander, see. Can't be run too close. She's obviously got, now I could be wrong here, but it seemed to be the red ones that did that.
Aye. There's something about red paint.
It seems to be
colour.
the red ones that all did that flaky thing.
And even the solid red ones always paled, like went milky white.
Right, Billy, when we get that little red thing in the corner, that means
We're live.
we're live. Right, Billy's in the driver's seat whilst Neil goes away to talk to the man. Do they have keys?
No.
They don't have keys.
We don't have
So this is inside the Neil-mobile, which we don't have a name for yet, but the Neil-mobile. So looking up, Billy says the headliner isn't bad, which means it's not actually touching our heads.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right enough, it's actually not bad.
There's a couple of wee buttons down there, but it isn't dreadful.
Not too bad.
No.
Seats aren't actually too bad.
Little teddy bear.
And you know, everyone possibly would rather it had leather interior, but I actually quite like this.
No.
I think this is actually quite
More comfortable.
nice.
Yep.
What is it about a Range Rover that just makes you feel royal, makes you feel special?
Because you are.
So Billy and I is discussing the way up that this is basically exactly the same as a 3.9 Discovery 1. Same doors, same everything really.
Apart from the
But for some reason,
Yeah.
when you sit in a Range Rover, you seem to just sort of sit higher up. You seem to sit
Range Rover-
like gentry.
It's just a Range Rover, and never the twain shall meet.
Yeah, the Discovery was basically marketed for the farmer.
Yes.
But the plywood's shown its age here.
Oh, aye.
I dare say you can actually get them redone, or you can maybe buy a replacement, I don't know.
Get a replacement, I'm sure. There's only a couple of these screws either side. That drum panel comes off. No air con in this one. No air con.
What luxuries have we got?
It's got a thingy button. Maybe we
You'd
have.
have to go and find out under the bonnet whether it's an aircon or not. I'd imagine it would take a fair bit of recharging. Yeah, Billy in the cubby box. Oh, tax discs,
I'll
look.
look for the keys.
Oh, look, there's the bit top, look.
That's
That's
the shifter.
That's the wee shiftery bit. Genuine, as you can see, Land Rover spared no expense. There is a piece of walnut in there. She's basically as thick as a pencil sharpening, but she is walnut. There's a bag of fusees. What does the bag of fusees tell us,
Well,
Billy?
you need them. Well, we don't have electric chairs.
Here we
Excellent.
have the Range Rover fuel gauge on red. That's because we don't have any power. Pretty sure she's. What's the wee knob, Billy?
Which one?
We've got 6 switches, and then there's a little buttony looking thing.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
That's the ejector seat.
that's the. I didn't push that then. Didn't
Yeah,
push
that's
that.
definitely an aftermarket immobilisation of some kind.
Little ashtray.
So we've got air suspension.
Do you know he is? He is right enough. We all need one of these. Never mind.
Definitely.
Never mind Neil going to Harrison these next year. We need 3 of these to go to Harris next year.
I think you're dead right.
I could drive one of these round
I know I
Outer
can drive one of these. I felt like I lost a leg since I've lost my last one. Oh dear.
It's a good looking car on the inside.
Yeah,
You could actually argue that I didn't think that they had actually aged all that well, but I think they have. I thought they always looked quite boxy, quite old fashioned. But I don't think they've managed to improve. And all the Range Rovers that's actually came afterwards, and I don't really know their names, the P38 and then they went into L somethings.
L322s.
Yeah, I don't think they've actually managed to improve on this, to be honest.
No.
That must be Neil's change on the dashboard there. Look. Right, I suppose we better wait till Neil comes back before we actually look at his car anymore.
Yeah.
Right, the first technical problem fixed. There was no juice in the battery, and we had a very dirty air. smile. Oh, she's sweet.
Oil pressure.
We've got oil pressure.
Oil lights are out rather.
There's a big red light there, is that?
I'm
a parking
trying
brake or
that's temperature.
temperature?
Since it's cold, it can't be that. I'm trying to remember what that one is.
Oh, she's even got some petrol in it.
She has, she's off that.
That's not a bad sound of V8. Right, she's obviously on here. O'Neill's hoping it's on here. And the chassis is not that rotten that the springs have torn off. Do we have movement? What goes up first? The back?
What's still on?
I'll take a while.
I'm not
No,
hearing any
completely.
hissing noises.
You hear the pump running?
Yes.
Well, turn the pump off and pump on the switch.
So Neil's original plan for this Range Rover is to remove that lump and put in a more modern
Well, I might have changed.
BMW diesel.
I might have
But
changed instantly.
you can see the smile on the man's face. On the way up, we were doing the calculations, and the cost of the BMW engine, gearbox, all the bits and pieces, plus the mileage it does, would probably take quite a long time. So we might just leave the V8 in it.
Think I'll move.
What happens when you pull that wee sticky thing in the middle?
Think I'll move.
Will it move?
Oh, am I getting to it?
Billy's in there like a whippet. You want the bonnet down just in case it does move? Right, handbrake off. Hopefully it's not been left on, to be honest. Oh, revs lowered, movement, brakes. Woohoo! Oh, good brakes.
We got put that electric on. What's there? That's what we said. That's the top of there. You going to go with driving it up the hill? I'm not sure where that simple is. That
Right, Neil, so what is the actual story here? We're actually looking at a Range Rover with a tailgate. So I'm assuming this has been... Has it been inside
What?
the car?
It was inside until about a year ago.
So she's been kept undercover.
Check the mileage that's on it.
Well, we're actually more impressed that it's actually got a tailgate, top
think
and
so.
bottom.
I was dressed as got a...
Aye, one of them.
This, what is the mileage? What is the mileage? Neil says check the mileage. So we're coming up here and she has... That can't be right. 62. 162.
160,000.
No.
62,000 miles, and she's
Aye.
obviously been kept.
Paperwork for it. Aye.
60,000 genuine miles.
Aye.
Any Range Rover that's got the original tailgate, top and bottom, can't be that bad.
That's came up with
Nah, I think that's just wishful thinking there, Billy.
hopeful thinking.
Maybe we get
Right,
a
so
bit,
where's
get a
the
bit
pump?
shack.
Hey,
Where's the pump for the...
suspension. I'll put it back on again. I thought it was doing it itself.
I think you had to put it on. That's on.
I need a little bit of...
See, there's a...
To be honest,
I'm sure
I'm quite happy with what we've got going so far. That's the good stuff.
Maybe it just needs a bit. Where is the pump? Normally.
Don't know.
Just tucked up
It
under.
could be under good chassis and keep it right under.
Not Not too smoky. Just that usual Range Rover white mist. Head gaskets are away. Does the front look like it's a little bit higher than it was?
I'm sure it's going to have a wee bit.
I've got a wee bit of movement on the back.
That's what I was giving that a little, give it a little show.
Nothing on the back.
She's solid on the back.
Solid on the back.
Solid. Right.
If we actually went back in the video, because I videoed the wheels, we could tell whether it's came up or not. Maybe the front just doesn't go down as much.
So it's up there. So what are we going to do? We're going to drive it.
Are we going to drive it?
Well, what?
Up the hill. Up down the hill.
Well, take it that way.
No, I'm not.
Well, you're going to take it out for a day. Point it up that hill.
No, I don't want to rub it in his face and just front. He's just looking. I'll go that way. Right.
Right, I'll get myself out the road. Get yourself out the road, Billy. Look at this wee fella.
Remember we used to do the Highland stuff? The Highland one.
Yeah.
Those things are so capable.
Yeah, the little Suzuki. You know, again, a bit like these Hiluxes. I wish everyone wishes they had kept an old Jimny. Here he goes, look. She's making noises, making Range Rover noises.
The springs are come up.
We're getting a little bit. Watch, she's. Yep, it's worked. You're up. You're up.
Came up.
Look at that on the screen there, Billy. Look at that. Looks like a. Wow. Oh, God. That is a face of a man who needs a Range Rover.
I'm not going to lie.
Would you like to make that 16 Range Rovers?
Yes, please. How cool is that?
That's good. That's it's a long way to come up to a nut in the bolt, clean the air,
Superb.
driving.
Superb.
I mean, we really could have that. Or Neil could have that MOT in a couple of weeks. Oh, there she is. Look.
It's probably too high. Press the button. It's probably higher than it should be.
So you're going to get 4 bangs just shortly. Smiling? Beaming. I'd get it in the trailer when it's still running. Look at the back of them. See, that's a classic, isn't it? A big square.
Should we take the vegetation out the door?
I like it. Do you know, so here's the big question now, I suppose, is the alloys that I always hated has to stay, don't they?
Well, because they're just right.
Because I mean, we live in a time, Billy, where you could get them basically for a £5 a go.
Yeah,
you got them
yeah.
for the taking. Nobody wanted the
wanted
3-spoke alloy.
But they are the right people.
What else would you put on that car? I could even handle the fact that it's a pink one. Hey?
Deck's just coming up.
Right.
Oh, look at
Suspensions went down. Or is it supposed to go down?
Aye, he's doing the open doors.
So how does she drive, Neil?
Drives beautifully. Beautifully. Brakes on it. MOT on Monday. On
It's
Tuesday.
not a bad looking car, is it?
Exactly. Hey, your handshake's about.
It's because I'm cold.
Right. You stick it in the trailer then.
Where are you riding?
I would just drive it.
Right, well, I don't mind.
Who wants to drive it?
I don't mind driving.
I'm with Billy.
Drive up.
Right now it's going, but to be honest, the trailer's, the winch is there. So, I mean, even if there was issues,
Aye.
it's a straight line now. It's just you just punch it
I'll
on.
leave in front, aye.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
it's absolutely good.
Yeah, definitely.
See, from the back, you actually forget that kind of squarish.
Aye.
It's almost got that kind of Jeep station wagon-y square.
Right, I'm going to switch it off. And then,
We're going to switch it off.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go up and take a look at the station wagon.
yeah.
We'll take a wee look at the station wagon at the top of the hill. He's going to switch it off. Think he should switch it off?
Look at the curtains and lights that are coming on at the doors.
Yeah, I pumped the front. Is that there?
I think so. Quick.
He switched it off. It started again.
You don't think the interiors look good?
Oh, it's absolutely. I mean, the velour is it that? Well, it's not really velour, is it? That?
I don't know what you call it. Teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Yeah, because the velour was the sort of more of your 1980s Vauxhall,
Yeah, that's right.
which is also very nice as well. I like a velour. Ask the question again, Billy.
How can a car have a smell that's identifiable as all being the same?
So if we blindfolded you and put you in here,
I would know it was a Range Rover.
I think you know it's a Range Rover because a Range Rover has that petrol-y smell as well.
Well, it was maybe that.
There's
as well.
but an old car has a smell. And to be honest, this one's not. It's not too bad.
No, it's not. No.
So we've decided.
Yes, James?
I'm just going to make sure it starts before we
So we've decided.
In fact, it's actually got these plastic bits.
Oh,
And they're not broken.
All of that, yeah, because that stuff's all brittle these days. So what are we doing, Billy? Because there's Neil who's bought this classic
going up.
Range Rover. And he's walking over there, and we're in here.
Because we're
You're looking very rich.
Let's see.
Did you check backwards?
I did actually earlier.
Is there a
There's a wee bit of space.
near rivers or ditches or something that we should know about?
It's not. I just don't want to hit that wee solid with Suzuki. I'll need to focus.
So I think we should also state for the camera that we are on forest tracks and we're at least what are we,
10
5
miles from civilization.
10 miles in on forest tracks. So we haven't just picked up this Range Rover and heading out onto the public highway. Or not yet. We might have to actually wrestle it off Billy by the time we get to the public highway. Is it coming back to you, Billy?
That's coming. No, I just didn't think it had a gear.
So
Power steering's good.
are we on autos often these days? Mrs. Cars is auto?
Yes, I'm autos all the time.
So yeah, so this is nothing, we don't need a new, we won't get a smack the windscreen when you
No.
hit the brake pedal.
We have brakes.
We have
Brakes are
brakes?
handy. Yep.
We should actually have good brakes
that?
because they're all rusty. The discs are all rusty.
Radiator coolant level flashed on when they touched the brakes.
There's Neil. There's Neil. What about wipers, Billy?
Well, I'm looking at the amount of debris that's on the wipers.
I'm looking at my wipers. Wipers seem to be a.
Shall we go anyway?
I think we should maybe try them. Oh, I've had worse than that. I've drove worse than that. I
This
think
car was worse than that.
I'm technically driving worse than that in my series motor just now. Dashboard behaving itself.
Yes. The phantom red light, which was on when we put the ignition on.
Wafting is a term we're going to use.
We're wafting along
Wafting along.
like we're a couple of swells.
We're a couple of swells. We stopped at the best
Did you remember to put the corgis in the back?
Yes, I did. Along with champers for lunch, yes.
Yeah. The shotgun in the tailgate.
Yes. Only
Oh, brakes. Have we got brakes?
Aye.
Yep.
We'll bag a couple of pheasant for afternoon supper.
So the thinking here is on the way in there is a huge hill, which for Neil's car up front, Neil's car towing the two and a bit ton Range Rover, that doesn't seem to, that's no bother. But there's a very, very steep hill down on the other side, which we're maybe not so keen on. I'm sure it'll be okay. But if we could get the Range Rover to drive all the way out, that would be ideal. And this bridge sign, Only one vehicle on bridge. This is the bridge.
Yeah, so one car towing one car doesn't make one car.
Which is another reason why we've got Billy driving the Range Rover. Look at that, he's just all coming back to him. He's even got the driving gloves on, look.
That's the work gloves.
We didn't have to do much work.
I didn't know. And Neil never wore his gloves, he's got a spare finger.
So there's a lesson to be learned. And as my old tradesman always told me, a sore finger is a sore thing, but a sore thing is not necessarily a sore finger. It's funny how your old tradesman, look at that beautiful view there, look.
It's a gorgeous area, isn't it?
We should probably also mention on camera, if you look out the window, this is peak summertime in Scotland. What are we, mid-July? Mid-June?
Mid-June, yeah.
Mid-June. So it doesn't get much better than this. Look at this. Billy and Dave wafting along in Neil's new Range Rover. Look at the back though, there is just something. Those tombstone back seats before headrests and your little pull downy thing. There's a little bit of fluff back there.
Do we have
I don't have the.
my last one had the cocktail tables with the seats.
Oh no cocktail tables. Like you say, just the.
Yes. Just the pocket.
It goes scudding along.
I tell you what, the air's good.
I tell you what, we should really be watching. When was the last time this thing actually drove?
Aye.
Let's just keep it
No.
below the 20 miles an hour. Does it feel okay?
That's why I'd see how the kick. No, the air's different. The air is definitely different. Don't you think?
Well, I don't feel like we're driving along in
We're
a.
not rattling on nothing.
Technically, this is a 50s design. So they say that the Range Rover was basically, the suspension is a copy of an American Ford, Jeep, whatever pickup. Beam axle, C-arms in the front, A-frame on the back, ladder chassis. The Americans were basically using this in the 50s.
Yep.
So Range Rover built in the 70s, mid 70s, 71, early 70s, and all they basically did was add things like aircon and electric windows. I mean, nothing really, nothing major.
The Americans would have the electric windows.
Automatic
back then as well.
gearbox.
Yeah.
I mean, the early ones were obviously an old 4-speed military gearbox, but this is technically a 1950s design, a 1970s car, designed British car, and we're wafting along here like it's, well, it's not that much basically worse than the new Defender that we just came up in.
Then how many cars today are on air suspension? This obviously was the cream of the crop back in the day with air suspension.
So this car, with a once-over, shall we say, with a wipe down with a wee cloth and a wee check of the suspension, where would you drive this car?
Yeah, I'd go everywhere. I would go every opportunity.
So does this almost just put the joy back into driving?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think Neil wants a shot?
I don't know. Bog off.
That's Neil one, like. There's something in the rear view mirror.
What could it be?
It's pink. He's gone again. What's in
My rear view mirror.
It's in Neil's rear view mirror now.
Oh, look at that. Billy says he's quite liking the air suspension as well.
That car, I was just saying to Billy, for basically a 1950s design copied for an American car, it drives incredibly well. I mean,
I'm going to
really.
because I'm not letting him on all the drive, so you can drive this.
You're gonna. Think we're jumping over again. don't think you'll get out it. I think that's just harsh, Billy. That's just harsh. To get you that, then take it off you. Look at him.
He'll not know how to drive it. I'm sure he'll manage. Oh, and my exhaust blowing.
There was a little tinkling
No,
noise.
it's just do that. It's supposed to be stainless steel exhaust on. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
What have we got there? What have we got there?
Old.
Oh, tax discs.
Tax discs.
97.
97.
But the last time it was. So what would the what's this? When was it? You 94.
Right, 05. Right, we're off.
Billy's technically got the better deal. He stole your car and trailer. So here we are, Neil.
Oh, there we
So
go.
as I was just saying to Billy, this isn't too shabby a Monday, is it?
Hey, it's not. This is a beautiful Monday. I think you were saying that to me. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
Monday.
Monday, the sun has come out. You can see.
Monday the 10th.
I've no idea where we are. I've absolutely no idea where we are.
We're up in the Highlands.
I was having a chat and a blather and a chat and a blather, and then the next thing I know, we're
You're
up
here.
here.
You're here.
And now we're in a Range Rover Classic, driving down a hill, and it feels completely natural. Doesn't it feel
does.
completely natural?
It does.
Oh, here's Neil with the head.
Feel it should be.
You rest down there.
It should be going off-road.
Now, you've just driven a car, brand new, well,
Aye.
modern technology everywhere.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, this is pretty much a 50s design in this country, 1970s, early 70s.
Basic Range Rover.
Nothing much changed since the early 70s.
This is gorgeous.
But could you drive this car every day?
Definitely.
I asked Billy, I says, if this was your car and it had a wipe over with a cloth and a couple of checks and spanners, where would you drive this car?
Where? Apart from everywhere.
That's what Billy said. Billy said he would actually make reasons to actually drive. And it comes back to that question that the modern car really is it gets you there comfortable, gets you there.
Yeah.
But it's not really the driving experience, is it?
No, not at all. This is... No, I mean, there's not... This is just luxury. You can see why they went from the 90, the Defenders, to this.
And why these were so popular.
Yeah. I mean, your farmer that's got a few pennies to rattle.
But we are driving beam axles,
Yeah.
steering box, primitive auto box, primitive engine,
Seems to be.
teddy bear seats.
I love the teddy bear seat.
There's a little bit of hairy stuff back there, but we do believe you've got all your spare wheel covers and all your bits and bobs. I think, to be honest, the scenery does sort of
It does add to it,
help,
doesn't it?
doesn't it? It does add to
It
it.
is in its natural environment, though, isn't it?
Neil in his natural environment, the Range Rover in its natural environment.
And actually, look, we've still got fuel on it, and we've been up that big hill,
And it went up that hill, no problem.
and it's come down the hill fine.
It honestly went up that hill, no problem. Well, we're a bit worried about these cattle grids.
Cattle goods.
Nothing seems to have fallen off.
Over just how comfy this is. How well it's drives, how nice it is to drive.
So your plan, so far, is still the right plan.
What?
Basically, a daily driving Range Rover.
Yeah, but whether it's getting the M57 or not, it's up for debate now. This is just nice, so nice and quiet, gorgeous, pulls well. Why would I want to rip this engine out and put in
A diesel.
a diesel?
Neil's midlife crisis.
As everybody, well, that would get plenty of comments because folk would be like, no, that's well past its midlife.
Well, I think we could call it the Range Rover's midlife complex.
Yeah, but it's...
So what is the age? That was back to the question. So the mid-90s, I would
This
say.
is a K-plate, 93, I think.
1993.
And it's got 62,740 49 miles on the clock. And I would say going to the pedals, that's probably about right.
So she's driving like a
She is, isn't she?
like a decent car.
Aye. Just take a view shot.
From here, it certainly does seem to be. The fact that Neil, Billy, and I have all basically driven cars and race cars, and you know when something's no right, and you know when something's okay. And this certainly feels like it's okay.
It does.
It could be because all the bushes and all the panharders have all basically rusted into a great big ball. So the rubber bush is being replaced by crusty rust. I'm sure that's not the case.
No, it's definitely not the case. I'm sure we would have felt that.
Billy's very jealous.
I can tell. He just wasn't wanting to get out. He did not want to get out.
Billy's now driving that Defender thinking, oh, this is alright, but can I get my Range Rover back?
Do we have to put it in the trailer?
That would actually be very interesting, eh?
Aye.
This is actually a thing I love when you watch an American programme, because they basically go, they stick a battery in something, and they seem to be able to just buy the plate or buy a licence and simply drive it home. Because that would be a very interesting.
Yeah.
Go and put some fresh petrol in it and find out.
Well, it needs some water in the washer bottle.
Is that what's going on? Is that the washer bottle or the radiator?
The washer bottle.
Right. Is that us down the big hill?
We're down the big hill.
We're down the big hill.
Find
So
somewhere to park.
we're basically looking for somewhere to load on. Right, it's trailer time. That's us back onto the main road. So as much as Neil or Billy would like to drive it all the way home, we best not. And this is also the moment of truth, because for the first time, it's alright, it's just your toe ball, that's you. For the first time, we actually get to have a little look underneath it. Billy standing on stage. What are you be jumping down with that new knee? What are you doing up there anyway?
I don't know.
Jesus.
How's that? How's that?
The trailer looks reasonably well balanced.
It's now the worrying time though, because we get to see
Dun, dun, dun.
underneath. Oh. Well, she's actually on first. She's flaky, but if she's flaky, she's still there, Neil. Back mounts actually don't look all that bad. Surprisingly, they are flaky.
Sills are fine.
Back cross member is there. Is it all there? See, she's flaky, but mounts are there. I mean, if there was anything go, that mount goes first.
Aye.
That little outrigger bit
You
there.
say it's flaky, but the mount's there. And that, look at the rear cross member.
Aye. That's mint.
Are the plastic tanks in these, or are the metal tanks? Plastic tanks. It's a Discovery tank, basically.
Aye, it's a plastic one.
That's a plastic
I can
tank.
see the mould marks on it. So
Still got some paint on the back axle.
yeah.
A lot of rust between the paint and the axle.
Oh, I can just feel the flakes of ice in your eyeballs just now. Flakes of rust in your eyeballs.
But she is there.
That's fine.
She's not, I wouldn't say she's not crusty, she's flaky.
Aye. Oh, silver. Look at the sills and this.
I think a right good, yeah, because all of that mount's all still there. What's this little boxy thing here, Billy?
Oh, that's the air tank.
The fuel goes in, or is that the air? Is that the air pump?
Boxy thing.
There's a boxy thing there. What's that boxy thing? Is that the compressor?
Aye,
the
the
air?
compressor's in there, aye. I would
Stainless
say-
steel exhaust straight enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, compressor's in there.
Yeah, compressor will be in there, yeah.
Go stick your head under the sill at the other side, mate. Go see what
I mean, this one's pretty decent as well, to be honest. A right good jet wash. I'll let you see just how. What's. It's all the little bits are there, eh? It's all the trim bits. All the little trim bits are there. Oh. Aye. So what we got to send the camera underneath the Billy's head. Whoa, look at that. God, it's got paint on the sill.
When was the last time you saw silver like that, eh? That mine looks alright. That looks cool. Put it in the box. Aye.
Yeah, she's certainly looking a bit crusty back here, but yeah, it is there.
Absolutely.
It is there. Well, what do you think?
Happy chappy. Happy chappy. And it's, look how straight that is.
It's not being apart.
It doesn't look too bad. Yep,
Seatbelt mountings a lot.
that's all solid. See
The
what
problem with
happens.
this one is, I'm going to have to sort my electric garage door so when I drive home I can drive it straight in back in the garage.
Good.
Aye.
You know when the sills go, because that bit there, that door pillar, is that the B pillar? The B pillar, that separates, so that door goes out and that one comes back in. So if you look along the side of an old Discovery, an old Range Rover, and it's got a kick, it's because this bit here is not attached any longer.
Alright, I suppose better get the straps on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Were the lights working? Well, it was flashing lights.
Well, he didn't pull over. Maybe that's why he didn't pull over.
Why did you have trouble putting that winch on there?
Well, that's how it works. If you did it, you don't need it.
Yeah, always.
There's a wee bash in the bonnet there. So do you think it'll go for a coat of paint, or do you think he'll just polish it up the way it is?
What?
A coat of paint, or just polish it up the way it is?
Well, that'll need to get lacquer.
I think the bonnet, yeah, definitely the bonnet.
I think it should just... I'll clean the rest of it up and I'll take that boy that did the back door and just paint the bonnet to tell me.
Yeah.
Do a doogie, make it gold.
Don't know what the roof's like.
It's got a sunroof, which is, I don't know whether they all had sunroofs.
Mostly. The older ones, some of the older ones wouldn't have had sunroofs, but at this age they all had sunroofs.
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of like, look at that, no sunroofs.
You sort of
No,
forget.
look,
What?
they're brand new.
Oh, it looked brand new.
He's obviously been still.
Yeah.
See that there? That's been changed. See that there? That goes. See the oil cooler for the gearbox.
Aye.
That's been changed because you can see how shiny that is. But that's where they rust. See where that's been swedged
Yeah.
into that? They rust there, and this bursts. But stuff like
That needs a good lump of
Aye.
grease on it, doesn't it?
Because that means it's got a tone pack.
Oh, right.
Right? There's an oil cooler in the radiator as well.
Right.
Right, so if you didn't get the oil pack, your auto box just had the oil cooler in the radiator. The radiator's got
Aye.
a oil cooler for the engine and an oil cooler for the auto box. But if you have the hedgehog, as they sometimes call it, then you've got the tow pack on it as well. No, so you go at that one where you would get no electric windies, no sunroofs, no aircon, and everything was just completely fixable with a hammer and a screwdriver.
But this car is still, I mean, so she's 3.9, same EFI, 4-speed
Yeah.
auto. She doesn't have the electric seat. She doesn't have the, as Billy had, the LAC, where you push the button and the seats move and everything all
Aye,
gets
memory
itself
seats,
into place,
aye.
memory seats. That car doesn't have anything. So that really is that's a kind of an all-round win-win.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when these things go wrong, one, they're very expensive, and two, it's quite alarming when it decides to ram you up against the steering wheel and fold the seat forward when you're driving.
Sunroof though, that's I think was where we started this conversation.
Yeah.
The sunroof, although the seats were dry,
Yes.
so
No,
as we speak, it's not leaking.
And these ones are easier found to clean out the wee drain hole. It should be sitting, the pipe should be sitting. Where's that pipe sitting?
What, does it come all the way down there? Runs down there.
I remember. It's either there or in there somewhere. I can't quite remember.
We'll have a little
You just stick an airline in, you open the sunroof, stick the airline in it and blast it,
blow it out.
and you blow the tube out.
So as Billy was pointing out, one of these things that you don't really notice until somebody points out, where did that used to be?
Down there.
That used to be down there, because that is the classic, and there was no cover on it, was it? It was just a...
Very early ones had no cover.
It was just an
Like
open
my
space.
first two-door.
in the cap.
No, even a cut. It had an aluminium press button. It popped up.
Oh, I don't think I can't really remember that.
That in my very first Range Rover.
Yeah, the earlier ones, was that back to the old two doors? It was a big sort of steel.
Yeah, two-door. Had an open space just like a Defender has.
Yes.
A series motor has.
But by this time they wanted a... See? But this actually was a very old-fashioned looking car in 90... When was the last of them? 94?
94.
94 about that?
Aye, no, aye. No, 94, you're right.
I mean, that was a pretty basic looking... That was an old-fashioned looking car in 94.
Only in some people's eyes.
Only in some people's eyes. It's the back. The back end looks classic, old-fashioned. I like it. I'm gonna get one down here. It's a Smokey and the Bandit ramp.
I was just going to say Duke's a hard one. diving and all that stuff. That was good. Now he's learning how to screw bits of fence together and all that. I'm like, come on. The scuba diving was great.
Aye, did you see the remake on Roadhouse?
Yes.
Seen that one?
I watched that.
And the cage fighter and that. Scottish boy.
Aye.
He is. That's